Hey guys, it's Rob here. Today, I want to go over my trip to Volo, Illinois, where I went to Volo Auto Museum to see the Rockafire explosion, but also went to the Chuck E. Cheese in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This isn't the first time I'm seeing the Rockafire explosion in person, though. Back in July of 2023, I took a trip to Barboursville, West Virginia to see the show at Billy Bob's Wonderland during BillyCon 3. That was a blast, and I was mesmerized to see a show in person, even if it wasn't that good in condition. Now, though, I'm going to be seeing a show that I believe is in perfect shape mechanically, and from the videos I've seen looks amazing, so I'm very excited to see in person. Unlike the Billy Bob's Wonderland video, which if you're curious about, you can watch here, I won't be including a bunch of clips of the show, because I'd like to make more of the focus about the entire trip, rather than a bunch of shows, but also because I don't want to get the video demonetized for playing copyrighted songs. Anyways, let's get into my time at Volo Auto Museum and seeing the Rockafire explosion. Hey guys, it's Rob here. This is the first of multiple clips, I'm sure, you're going to be seeing of me in this video. But it is the day before we're supposed to go on the trip, and Volo did make a post on their Instagram saying that the Rockafire unveiling might get postponed to June 2nd, which, if that does happen, we're not going to be able to see them. So I had to make the tough decision of whether we're going or not. I'm still going because I still want to see Volo and that stuff. The Rockafire definitely was the main reason I wanted to go, but you know, there's other stuff there. I don't think I'm going to get another chance like this for a while, just scheduling wise. So yeah. And you know, it has not been completely deconfirmed as of now. Now, as soon as you've seen this video, you'll know whether or not, you know, it got pushed back or not. So if it did, I didn't get to see it. But yeah, so let me just show you what I got. So here in the middle, we just got a bunch of clothes. This is probably the one I'm going to be wearing the day of. You know, we got deodorant right here, my wallet right here, and then we got earbuds. One thing I do need to pack here probably is going to be my dog kit. You know, got all the goods. And then over here we got my Switch and my Game Boy Advance, because this is gonna be a 12-hour journey. I think that is the longest I've been in a car for at once, like for a trip like this. And here we got my DS case. I got my DS in here. Yeah, again, 12-hour journey. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna be, but yeah. And of course, because it's a 12-hour journey, it's gonna require me to go to bed earlier because I gotta wake up at around 5-ish, 5:15 or something like that. Because we got to get out the door by 6, so, you know, that's fun. So, yeah, I got to go to bed, or I got to start getting ready to go to bed in about an hour. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just woke up, like, less than 10 minutes ago. So, yeah, I'm going to go and get dressed for the day, and then, yeah, I'm going to head out pretty soon here. So head out soon we did, getting on the road minutes before 6 a.m. Alright, we are on the road to Volo, Illinois. And yeah, we are in Tennessee right now. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll let y'all know if there's any other updates. Bit of a different style now. We are now in Kentucky. And yeah, about halfway through. Just thought I'd update y'all again. Okay, so we actually did get an announcement finally about the Volo thing. So they did decide to move it to tomorrow. I'll show you exactly the details here, but yeah, you can probably see here, if you pause the video or whatever, that they actually are still doing some performances on Saturday, aka tomorrow for me. So, yeah, luckily, I will be seeing them perform and get some footage, so you will get to see that. Or I guess clips. It's not going to be full stuff because, you know, copyright. I'll update you when we get to the next state. Alright, so we just passed through Indiana, and now we're in Ohio now, so we're just passing through temporarily. We're going to go find some lunch, and yeah, let you guys know what we do, probably doing Taco Bell. And then we're going to go through Indiana, and then we should be at our hotel pretty soon after. So yeah. Soon after, we did actually find a Taco Bell. So as you can see, we are at Taco Bell. And yeah, we're going to have some lunch, so let y'all know when I get that. I got a chicken power bowl and ate that up pretty quickly. Okay, so as you saw, I got some food, and now we're back on the road. So yeah, we're just going through Indiana now. It's pretty much last big obstacle we have to go through before we get to Illinois. I'll let you guys know if there's anything else that happens, but for now, I guess I'll see you guys when we get to Illinois. There were a few interesting things I saw, such as the Cybertruck, Dave & Buster's, and a ton of windmills.
Okay, so I just checked and we are actually in Illinois now. Not much farther. I think we got about an hour or so left. I think a little bit more, but still, we're pretty close. Make any more updates if there are any.
Soon after, we arrived at our hotel in Glenview, where we settled in relatively quickly.
We are here at the hotel. Not much here. In fact, I can show y'all.
Pretty much just a modest little thing. That's my dad's bed. This is mine.
So yeah, I'm not really sure what we're doing tonight, for the rest of tonight. Let you guys know if anything else interesting happens.
After that, we ate dinner and headed to bed for the night.
Okay, it is now morning. It is a little past 7 at this time here in Illinois. I'm gonna get ready here relatively soon, probably not right this moment. Get ready soon and then we'll head out. And we are now on our way to Volo. That's pretty cool. It's gonna be about 45 to 50 minutes. Hopefully the rain does not overtake the entire day, or else I may not get to see the Rock-afire. I don't know yet. We're just gonna have to see when we get there. But I mean, hey, still got to see the other animatronics, I guess. Right? Right, guys? Hopefully, yeah, the rain just doesn't overtake, so we'll just have to see how that goes.
That time flew by pretty quickly, and before I knew it, we were there.
Here we are. Let's go. Okay, so we are here. You can see right there the main entrance sign, and then to the side here, there are some buildings. I think one of those houses the Rock-afire. Not sure which one yet, because, you know, I've never been here before. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go in.
After stepping inside, I already realized how cool this place actually was, especially when I walked into this.
Yo, and already we're inside, and just look at this Batmobile, and Bat Cycles and stuff, and there's Batman, and over here is, something.
Yeah, this place is pretty cool. After we paid for admission, we first stopped by the dining area, where we were instantly greeted with animatronics.
Alright, so we're in, and look at these guys. Not gonna lie, I did not expect the animatronics in this area to be laid out like this. I kind of thought it was more of a... I thought it looked different. I didn't know it was laid out like a showroom, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know who these ice cream dudes are, basically they're a retrofit of the Beagles called the Little Shavers. They're used in an ice cream parlor idea by Chuck E. Cheese in about 3 locations. Didn't work out well, so after a few years they were all removed. But this set actually got saved and restored. Or I guess restored, I don't know. You can be the judge. One of the attendants did actually offer to go ahead and have them perform, so they will in a minute here. So yeah, I'll go and show that.
The Little Shavers were definitely a cool piece to see just for being so rare, and even though it appears a few movements were out, 2 of the Shavers' mouths, it was still fun to watch.
Okay, so obviously they're not perfect. You can see mechanic parts, and I think this guy's mouth might be broken. But honestly, it is pretty cool that, you know, you can see this somewhere. Because, I mean, it's the only one that we know still exists. So, yeah, pretty cool. There's that guy up in the corner with the drone and stuff, so that's interesting, I guess. Honestly, there's memorabilia all over the ceiling and the walls and stuff. This is really cool.
There was also this charming little show with a few raccoons which appear to be loop bots, which basically mean they do the same movement over and over. There was also this self-playing piano they were dancing to, which was also nice. I can't say the same about their pirate show, unfortunately. Not only was the movement of the bots disjointed and senseless, likely due to lack of maintenance, but the show itself also seemed to make little sense. That could have been due to the bots not being in good shape, of course, but some combination of the two just made this show unfortunately not very fun to watch. It's cool that there's a public creative presentations show out there to see, I guess, but it doesn't appear to be kept up well. Hopefully that'll change in the future, though. Overall, this dining area was nice, and I like that there's a variety of stuff to watch. The whole area is set up like a showroom from Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese, which was also cool. There was also stuff all over the walls and ceilings, so for just being a dining room area, they clearly put a lot of effort into it. After spending about an hour in there, we moved on. It started off with a couple of the showrooms, and there was a lot to see here. I'll make it brief though, since I know what you guys are here for. Their first showroom mainly consists of cars that they intend to sell off, while the second one has some that are movie cars, along with the displays such as the Star Wars one. There were also transitional areas in between the showrooms with different things, such as these jukeboxes or these boat motors. While in showroom 1, there was an intercom announcement that said the Rock-afire would be performing at 12 p.m., which was 15 minutes from when we heard it. So, we rushed to find it, going through Showroom 2 in the process and ending up in this carousel area before realizing we'd just passed by where the Rockafire was. Unfortunately, we hadn't brought the umbrellas in, so my dad rushed to get those while the show was performing. Mind you, the rain was pouring down during this time, so huge shout out to him for going to get those during that onpour. I still managed to get some footage of the show, albeit not very good footage, and it wasn't until the end that I got some decent footage. It was fine though, because it turns out they would end up playing many times throughout that day, which was pretty cool. The show performed fantastically, and was definitely a more fun experience to watch than Billy Bob's Wonderland was last year. Even though that was my first time seeing a Rockafire in person, I see now that it definitely was not up to par with where it needs to be, and seeing a show that was actually in good shape was nice to finally see in person. I have to give a huge thanks to Showbiz Midwest for helping set up the show and becoming the tech for this show as well. He really helped make this show look nice. He also allowed me to request a show, which was very nice of him, so I'll give another thanks as well for that. Anyways, after around 45 minutes of watching the show, I decided to move on to the rest of the museum. We went to the third showroom, which had some more movie/celebrity cars, such as this Elvis one and this Grease one. Overall, an interesting showroom. After passing by a couple of Pixar pieces, we ended up in this area that had some older campers from the early 1900s. Once passing through there and seeing the Rockafire in the distance as we moved by it, we headed into my favorite showroom, Showroom 4. Boy, was this a doozy to go through. There were a lot of cars and memorabilia packed into here, and unlike the other showrooms, this one didn't have any collector cars for sale in it. It was only these movie cars and stuff like that. Some highlights in the first half were this Herbie car that was actually used in the movies, these two cars of Lightning McQueen and Mater, McQueen of which looked kind of cursed, these Disney statues, this SpongeBob display, this piano car, which actually played piano, and this Batmobile. After that, we saw this Disneyland fair machine that made actual toys within 30 to 40 seconds, which I decided to pay to do, and this was honestly pretty cool to see and to get.
Okay, so both my dad and me got one of these. So this one, you can see it has a special little hole in it. Still came out pretty well, aside from that. And then we got mine, which actually ended up pretty well. Almost perfect, I'd say. I mean, there's this top flap of stuff that's not supposed to be there, but overall pretty good.
Moving on, we got to see the Beagles here as well, and unfortunately these were also not in great shape, with what seemed to be a few movements being out across the show, with Ringo only drumming with one hand, and this one, who I unfortunately cannot identify, only having a lean movement working. This one's mouth was also not working properly. Not to mention there was this air leak in this one's foot tap.
Okay, so obviously they're not in the greatest of shape. They have like one movement, as you can see. Still interesting. And I do like the Beatles. Well, the Beagles too. But yeah, I like those, so it's cool.
Unfortunately, neither the King or King Cat were out when I visited, which makes sense because I know the King's neck ended up snapping completely, and I guess King Cat wasn't too far off from a fate like that either, so they removed him for now. Anyways, after seeing a few more interesting pieces, we went back to the Rockafire Explosion and saw a few more performances. After around 30 minutes of that, we went back to the car to eat a late lunch. Okay, so now we are having lunch, and you can see I'm eating a sandwich. I'm gonna go back in a bit and experience the rest. There's not much more, and I'm pretty happy with what we've seen so far, but make sure to experience the rest, because it did come a long way. After that, we went back to see the entirety of the first and second showrooms, as we passed through them quite quickly due to wanting to see the Rockafire Explosion. Again, these were fun enough showrooms, though Showroom 4 was definitely my favorite out of all of them. After that, we went back to the carousel area to explore it properly as well, and also went to this tractor area, which both were interesting enough. Finally, we went back to the Rockafire for the third and final time, where I got to have my request fulfilled, Born to Run, which I actually let Beach Kai pick out because I honestly was happy to be seeing the show in person in the first place. After watching the show some more for 30 minutes, it was time to leave, as by the time they were done for the day, there was only 20 minutes until Volo closed. I picked up a Rockafire shirt and a couple of stickers from the gift shop, and left. Okay, so we have now left Volo, and we are now in Wisconsin, going to the Milwaukee Chuck E. Cheese. After more than a brief hour, we arrived at the Milwaukee Chuck E. Cheese, which was honestly such a cool location to go to. I came because I knew this location still had its animatronics, and also still had showroom malls and balcony seating. What I didn't expect was feeling like I was in Pizza Time Theater, because this definitely felt just like stepping into one. Sure, the walls were painted to new colors, and there wasn't any remnant of old artwork to be seen, but seeing this layout was enough for me to feel like I was in a Pizza Time Theater. This is also the largest location I've visited, as not even Pineville with its expansion is as big as this location, with its massive game room area, as well as its large showroom area, which not only still had the showroom walls, but also the balcony seating, which was very cool. There was only one thing that was unfortunate.
So yeah, as you can see, they are aired down completely, no random movements at all, and, you know, just in case you have any doubt, I saw a performance going on, and there was nothing. That's pretty unfortunate, but what's not unfortunate is the fact that this is a very cool location. Like, I think, honestly, I might like this better than Pineville, at least store-wise, not animatronic-wise, because the layout is so much more reminiscent of a Pizza Time Theater than I thought it would be. Like, these walls and balconies really just set in that Pizza Time Theater feel. Like, I felt like I was actually in a Pizza Time Theater.
After that, I decided to get up close with the bots.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see, and as I already said, they're down. That's when my dad got curious, went to ask why they were down, and apparently they are remodeling in August. So that is a big shame. Don't think these guys will be performing again. So that's really unfortunate, because, you know, I don't think they were in the greatest of shape, but they're still pretty cool. And I was really hoping to see a Cyberamic stage perform, because every time I've been to Albemarle, it's been on random movements. Unfortunately, we'll not accomplish that today, but, you know, it's still cool to see them. It's still cool to go to the store.
I then proceeded to take some close-up shots of the bots, as well as selfies, and went to leave the location.
Bye, guys.
Before I did that, though, I did get to see this piece.
Right before I go, I just gotta show this off. I've never seen this before, in person, at least, or haven't remembered to do so. It's very cool. You can see the different things like birthday, and cheer and stuff, and birthday man, so it's very cool.
I then took a few more pictures and headed to the hotel. Like I said, that was a very cool location to visit, and honestly might be my favorite location I've visited outside of Pineville, simply due to the layout still being pretty retro. As soon as we got to the hotel, I got ready for bed and went to sleep.
Alright, it is the morning of Sunday, and I just woke up. Should be getting packed here pretty soon, and then we're gonna leave.
From there, we headed home and didn't get back until late, though it still worked out. Overall, this was an amazing trip to take, one where I went through 7 different states throughout the trip, which is pretty cool to think about. I also got to visit a new state on this trip, that being Wisconsin, so that's another cool thing to have done. Getting to go to Volo and see the Rock-afire, even if it wasn't the unveiling, and being able to go to the Milwaukee Chuck E. Cheese as well, was a blast. I had a lot of fun on this trip, and it definitely was worth doing. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know this is different from the usual videos I do, but I thought it would be fun to try and make a video out of my trip to Volo and Milwaukee, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. My next video is going to be covering Edmonton, Canada, my first time venturing into an area in Canada. If you'd like to see that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're notified when it drops. God bless, and I hope you all have a blessed day.